Hey traders, good afternoon. Edison here with the Edison Trading Collective. It's about 5 minutes before market close here on Thursday, March 10th, 2022. Hope you all are having a great day. It certainly was a refreshing change for me today in the markets. Had what I believed was a really clean setup with some really nice trends. We had some alignment across the 1 minute and 5 minute and the market itself. And I felt really good about things. You know, Tesla is something that obviously I look at every single day, and I saw that we were going to open with a small gap, and that small gap was underneath the cloud, and it was underneath the cloud on the 5 minute, and of course the market was going to open up lower as well. We were under this 855 level that I've been looking at for some time, and I was clearly looking for an opportunity to get short here, and really sort of wanted to see, this kind of go up, a little bit more slowly and then start to sell off, and it really just kind of sold off, and so not exactly what I wanted to see, but it was fine. So I found an opportunity off this relief bounce here, and I ended up getting short right here in the 836 candle. That's where I opened my position. I ended up adding a couple of times, and we'll talk more about how and why I did that. It's not something I generally do, as you all know, but I did want to this time. I did have higher conviction today than I have in some time. I really did feel pretty good about this. These are the types of looks that I saw throughout the entirety of Q4 of 2021, and I crushed it. So really was happy to see this. A little choppier than I would have preferred, but we got it done today. So I get short here, open my position, throws in this large lower wick, and I was like, that's not ideal. However, we are still underneath the cloud, and it kind of trades sideways here. And I was generally mostly red small throughout this portion, but it didn't come anywhere near having to think about stopping out. Did once, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So then it kind of throws in this 839 candle after it's sort of slowly working its way up. It goes up through the cloud and then sells off hard. I said, okay, well, that's a good indicator that I'm on the right side of this thing. It can't move any higher. So I actually added on this 840 candle here as it broke the 839 candle. Another kind of choppy minute for me, kind of throws in this higher upper wick, and I said, okay, that's cool. I added another piece here on the 842 candle, and then look at this. It just absolutely rips against me. I have the most size of my trade to this point, and this thing just rips, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 points in a minute against me. And as it starts to throw in this large upper wick and get underneath the cloud again, I did a quick volume analysis on that candle and saw that the up volume was almost as much as the down volume. So although it was a lot of volume, there was certainly not a lot of conviction in that move, in my opinion. So then it throws in this red candle here, and I add my last piece on the 845 candle as it starts to come underneath the 844 candle, and that was the last of it. At that point, I had 9 or 10 contracts, I think. Bigger than any size position I've had in some time, but I was okay with it. I thought they were good ads. Sometimes I was adding into the move. Sometimes I was, averaging in, meaning I bought a little bit lower. And I ended up selling through this flush. Took out a piece on the 847 and then hunted lows and through 848 and 849. Ended up with $1,312 in net profit. Pretty clean day for me. I really can't find a ton of fault in my logic, in my ads. I think if there was anything to be said, I really would have preferred to sort of catch more of this move here, but I really don't know that I would have held through all this either. After having held through this consolidation and having been sort of red on the trade for a good portion of it, and for what it's worth, you're almost always red in a trade out of the gates. You almost never get the exact perfect fill such that the trade is always green after your fill. But be that as it may, I was red on this move for, briefly, a fair amount. I don't remember what the number was. I don't really look at my P&L when I trade. But I'm sure that I was, because that's a heck of a move against you. And it really, there's the bell. And it really crushed premiums as well. So, I feel really good about it. Today was a great day. These types of looks where I have 1 minute cloud alignment pre-market, 5 minute cloud alignment pre-market, 1 minute, 5 minute at alignment at the open. The SPY's also in trend with me. Those are the looks that I had in Q4 of 2021, which is a quarter where I crushed, right? And so when I saw that again, I immediately recognized these are the more probable plays to work out for me, and had to deal with some chop. Didn't prefer that. Didn't really love the way that it opened and then just sold off immediately. But doesn't mean that it wasn't a good setup. Doesn't mean that it wasn't a good probable look. There is no guaranteed winner in the market, but we have to look at probability. And I will take this setup and this trade every single day. It probably won't work out every single day, but these are the types of plays that I look for that I know work for me and I know I can manage appropriately. So super happy about that. Big green day for me. I'll take a $1,312 day every single day, no more, no less, for the rest of my life, and I will be just fine. So coming off of a red week last week, I'm 4 green days in a row here this week, up about $2,600 or so, and really looking forward to closing the week strong tomorrow, putting together an all green week after my first red week last week in a long time. So things are going to plan for me right now. I'm really happy with things, how things are trending, but we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We're still going to trade with small size tomorrow. This is much bigger size than I anticipated having. Had this thing just rolled over out of the gates, I would have just had 3 contracts and wrote it for what it's worth. The fact that it kept giving me opportunities to maybe add a piece here and there was only sort of bonus, I guess, to me. So yeah, that's it. Hope you all had a great day. Hope you all have a great night. Take care of yourselves, rest, relax, have a cocktail or a beer or a glass of water, whatever you wish, and get ready for tomorrow. So any questions, comments, of course, happy to engage in the comments below, and looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow.